Hello everyone, I'm Makeda Voletta, also known as the Body Scientist, and for those of you who don't know, I am an NSCA certified strength and conditioning specialist, personal trainer, USA Olympic weightlifting coach, and a sports nutritionist with a background in exercise and sports science. So I'm here to talk to you today about how to recognize a good trainer, okay? The fitness world can be very tricky for just the average person because, unfortunately, unlike physical therapy or nursing, if you want to become a physical therapist, if you want to become a nurse, there's just one, everybody has to take the same exam, the same qualifications, the same degree qualifications. But unfortunately, with personal training and general fitness, there's so many different certifications. There's tons of them. There's personal training schools opening up where people can take a couple week training or weekend workshop and become a personal trainer. I definitely have a problem with these schools. In my opinion, a really good trainer should have a degree in exercise science. They don't have to, okay? It's not 100% must, because there are some excellent trainers who don't have degrees in exercise and sports science, who don't have that background, but they have spent lots of time doing the research, really studying kinesiology, really studying biomechanics, really studying exercise physiology and sports nutrition and sports psychology and sports medicine, and just studying, all those different things. But generally speaking, because I do have a background in exercise and sports science, and I did spend 4 years in school, studying the physiological effects, the biomechanical physical effects that exercise has on our body, these stresses, these demands, studying muscle physiology, studying fat metabolics, and studying metabolism, studying, all these different things. There are a lot of trainers who look great, who look absolutely amazing. But just because somebody looks great doesn't mean that they know what they're doing. It doesn't mean they know how to train you. Somebody can know how to train themselves, but it doesn't mean they know how to train you, because each individual is different. People have knee injuries, back injuries, shoulder injuries, certain metabolic issues, maybe on medications, have different goals. It's a variety of different things. And for someone to be a trainer and to be training clients and other people, you really need to be knowledgeable. They really need to be knowledgeable on all different body states. Okay, so this is very important. And this is the reason why, it bothers me that there's no standardization in the field. Most gyms will hire any trainer. The gyms that are more expensive, like the Equinoxes and the more expensive gyms, tend to hire better trainers. They have higher standards. But gyms like Bally's and New York Sports Club, they hire anyone. I remember, I never worked for Bally's, but I did work for New York Sports Club 10 years ago. And when they hired me, I was certified, and I was in college at the time studying exercise and sports science. But they said to me, you don't have to be certified. And there were trainers there who weren't certified. And all the gyms I worked at, there were the trainers who had the most clients, a lot of times were not the most knowledgeable. But they knew how to sell. Okay, they used to sell cars. They used to be in the sales business, and they knew how to sell. And that's what the gyms respected. So people who are really passionate about becoming a trainer, so if you're watching this video and you would like to become a trainer, people who come into the profession because they really want to train people, a lot of times they get discouraged when they get into the business and start working for gyms and start seeing that all the gyms care about is if you can sell. They don't care if you have a PhD in kinesiology, sports medicine, they don't care, okay? What they care about is, can you sell sessions? And, some of the expensive gyms, they will charge, the clients, the person going to the gym, like $160 a month for a membership, $9 a session to train with the trainer, but then the trainer will get $20 out of that, the trainer won't even get 50%. So they're really ripping the trainers off. And to good trainers, to be certified and keep high quality certifications, trainers have to constantly do continuing education units, like any healthcare practitioner, to keep the certifications valid. So that costs money, traveling places and doing other certifications and exams. So it's really messed up what they do to trainers in the gym. So what happens is either people quit and they say, forget it, I don't want to do this, or they don't work for the gym. So a lot of times the best trainers that you'll find don't work for gyms. I'm not going to say there aren't any good trainers in gyms, because there are, but most of the really good trainers will leave the gym because they're not, the trainers really need to be unionized and organized. You know, they're really exploited. But you're better off finding a good trainer in a higher end gym, okay? Not a gym that costs $10 a month. Those gyms, and what they do is they put all the so-called cardio machines there to get you on the machine. They know that most people come to the gym, and they know most people join the gym and don't come. That's why you can never get your money back when you join a gym and you want to cancel the membership and they put you through a hard time. They know most people sign up and don't come. They know people come and get on the machines and don't have a clue what they're doing, and most of the people who work there don't either, and they don't care. They just want your money. So there's, you know, a big scam behind the fitness business in gyms, okay? There are some really great trainers out there. I would say look for trainers that have degrees in something as sports sciences. I would say look for trainers that are certified by the NSCA. The NSCA, that's the National Strength and Conditioning Association. Look for trainers that are certified by ACE, ACE, American Council on Exercise, or ACSM, the American College of Sports Medicine. NASM is debatable, but I would say NASM, a lot of gyms now accept NASM. 10 years ago it wasn't really looked at as super high, but you know, NASM. So those are some of the top ones. And then USA weightlifting for athletes, people who want to train athletically. They should be looking for people who are USA Olympic weightlifting coaches, certified by the USAW, or certified strength and conditioning specialist, certified by the NSCA. Also, sports nutrition. I'm also a sports nutritionist, and when I was in school, you know, I was studying nutrition, and I had the option of doing the R&D, becoming a registered dietitian. What I knew about registered dietitians is that they had no clue about athletes. If they had an athlete, somebody training for a triathlon, and said, okay, I need to swim this for an hour in the morning, I need to cycle for 2 hours from, 12 to 2, and then I need to lift weights and run from 6 to 9, 5-6 days a week. What do I eat? What do I eat so I can go hard every day and recover and go hard again the next day? And what do I eat so I don't get dizzy or I don't have gas or, different things? Registered dietitians and just regular nutritionists don't know those things. Sports nutritionists specialize in eating for performance, which is what we should all be doing. Because we should all be moving. We shouldn't be just sitting around. So we should all be performing and doing things. So the only organization that's geared towards sports nutrition is ISSN, the International Society for Sports Nutrition. And they are a fairly new organization. They're the only ones that's solely geared towards sports nutrition. So if you're looking for a sports nutritionist, look for that. Just regular nutrition advice. Trainers technically are not supposed to be giving nutrition advice, even though a lot of people ask trainers for nutrition advice because that's what we do, but trainers are not qualified to give that information, and when we become certified, they usually make that clear and ask that question on exams because trainers are not nutritionists and they're not sports nutritionists. However, you have some trainers who have gone and gotten that information, but I would say a lot of the best nutrition information that I found comes from naturopathic doctors, NDs, naturopathic doctors, and sports nutritionists. The thing about sports nutrition world, though, there's very valuable information, but they're very supplement oriented a lot of times. So you can gain information because a lot of the information is accurate in terms of the macronutrients and the micronutrients they're telling you that you need. But you should just try to get it from real foods as opposed to all the protein powders and stuff like that. So when working with trainers, you have to be very careful because you can get injured if you're working with somebody that doesn't know what they're doing. So definitely check out the people that you work with. Don't just train with anybody because, people talk about medical doctors and how a lot of them don't care or they don't know and blah, blah, blah. And that's true, but the same is true for trainers too. There's some great trainers and there's some really sucky ones. A lot of scam artists, actually. Another good thing to look for is the CHEK Institute. Trainers who are trained and went through the CHEK Institute, CHEK, the CHEK Institute, are also very knowledgeable trainers. Okay, so just be careful with the trainers that you choose and be wary. And also, there are some magazines I would like to recommend. And normally I don't endorse things, but I'd like to give information for people so that you guys can do your own research and educate yourselves. For the woman, there's a magazine called Muscle and Fitness Hers, and I have it right here. It's Muscle and Fitness Hers. Okay, there's the Muscle and Fitness that's for men, and then there's Muscle and Fitness Hers. This magazine is great in terms of, really showing you a variety of strength training exercises and lifting weights. It talks about the importance of lifting weights, not the so-called cardio thing, okay? Of all the friggin' cardio machines and treadmills, forget that. You need to lift weights, okay? So this magazine is very good for that. I would say ignore the nutrition because a lot of it is low fat, no fat, egg whites and stuff like that. So don't worry about the nutrition. Then there is also Oxygen, okay? Another magazine for women that's also very good in terms of really giving you real advice when it comes to lifting weights and exercise and like how to really make your body tight, okay? And recovering from childbirth and stuff like that. Again, the nutrition is not always so great. You can look at it, you can alter recipes, but stay away from the artificial sugars and the egg whites and the eggs that come out of cartons and the low-fat, non-fat dairy. Those are all processed foods, okay? Now, another magazine that I kind of, it's actually, to me, the best in the fitness world when it comes to actually giving good fitness and nutrition advice. I don't really want to endorse this magazine because 4 years ago I wrote an article for them and they plagiarized it. They took my article, they rewrote the article, but it was all my interviews, all my ideas, paragraph for paragraph, and didn't give me any credit. So I have an issue with this magazine, but I'm still going to tell you about it because it is a good source, okay? So I don't just do things because I'm getting money or I'm getting paid. I do it because I care, okay? So this magazine, On Fitness, it's called On Fitness. It's a magazine out of California. This has the best, sports science, training, research, and information, which, mostly trainers and fitness professionals read this, but it's good for regular people too. It's not as easy to find, but it's a very good magazine. Okay, and so I'm going to stop here for now, and in the next video I'll get more into talking about what strength and conditioning actually is. Okay, so again, my name is Makeda Voletta. You can find me on Facebook at Makeda Voletta The Body Scientist. Okay, Makeda Voletta The Body Scientist. I have my email and Twitter stuff below, and have a great day. Okay, hope this video was helpful. Bye guys.